පාරිසරික විනාශයේ ප්‍රතිවිපාක ලෙස නියගයෙන් හා ගම් වතුරෙන් එකවිධ වැටකඩ ජාතියක් බවට අපපත් වී ඇති බැවින් මේ සුන්දර දිවයින යලිත් හරිත වර්ණයේ බබලන අනාගත ලෝකයේ තිරසාර සංවර්ධනයේ පරමාදර්ශයක් බවට පත් කිරීමේ වගකීම අපහට පැවරී තිබේ. මේ භූමිය මත සාමය නැමැති බීජය යලි පැල නොවනු ඇතැයි සිතූ යුගයක අපි ඒ සුන්දර සාමය නැමැති පැලය මේ භූමිය මත රෝපණය කෙරෙමු. ඒ පරිද්දෙන්ම සෞභාග්‍යවත් සුන්දර ශ්‍රී ලංකාවක් අප මේ ලක් භූමිය තුල යලි රෝපණය කර උපත පිරිනමමු. අතිගරු ජනාධිපති கோத்தாபய ராஜபக்ஷ.
அரசியல், இனமத மற்றும் கலாச்சார ரீதியான மூலோபாய போராட்டங்கள் மூலம் சுதந்திரம் பெற்ற நீண்ட வரலாற்றை இலங்கை தேசம் கொண்டுள்ளது. நாம் பெற்ற சுதந்திரத்தை அர்த்தமுள்ளதாக்கிக் கொள்ளும் செயல்முறையே இன்று நம் தாய்நாட்டிற்கான தேவையாக உள்ளது. நாடுகளுக்கிடையே ஒற்றுமையை வளர்த்தல் மற்றும் மத நல்லிணக்கம் என்பன இதற்கு வலுவான ஆதாரமாக அமைந்துள்ளன. பல்வேறு சவால்களுக்கு மத்தியில் உள்ளூர் உற்பத்திகளுக்கு மதிப்பளிக்கும் பொருளாதார கொள்கை ஊடாக தாய்நாட்டை அபிவிருத்தியை நோக்கி நகரும் பாதையில் நாம் நுழைந்துள்ளோம். ஒவ்வொரு துறையிலும் முன்னெடுக்கப்பட வேண்டிய சீர்திருத்தங்களை புரிந்து கொண்டு மக்களிடம் முன்வைக்கப்பட்ட சுபீட்சத்தின் நோக்கு கொள்கை திட்டத்தினூடாக சுதந்திரம் மேலும் அர்த்தமுள்ளதாகும் போது வளமான எதிர்காலம் சுபீட்சமான தாய்நாடு என்பது யதார்த்தமாகும். வரலாறு முழுவதும் தாய்நாட்டிற்கு எதிரான உள்ளூர் மற்றும் வெளிநாட்டு சக்திகளையும் பயங்கரவாதத்தையும் தோற்கடிக்கும் ஒரு நிலையான கொள்கையில் நாம் செயற்பட்டோம். எத்தனை சவால்கள் வந்தாலும் நாங்கள் ஒருபோதும் நம் தாய்நாட்டை காட்டிக் கொடுத்ததில்லை. கோவிட்-19 தற்போது உலகம் ஏற்றுக்கொண்டுள்ள மிகப்பெரிய சவாலாகும். இந்நெருக்கடியிலிருந்து பொதுமக்களை விடுவிப்பதற்கான போராட்டத்தை நாங்கள் முன்னெடுத்து வருகின்றோம். எதிரி படைகளை தோற்கடிப்பதற்கு போன்றே கோவிட்-19 தொற்றை தோற்கடிப்பதற்கும் இலங்கை தேசமாக நாங்கள் எழுந்து நிற்போம். எங்கள் தாய்நாட்டின் பிராந்திய ஒருமைப்பாடு மற்றும் இறையாண்மைக்காக தங்கள் உயிரை தியாகம் செய்த மற்றும் மகத்தான தியாகங்களை செய்த அனைவருக்கும் மற்றும் இன்று அந்த சவால்களுக்கு மத்தியில் அர்ப்பணிப்புடன் செயற்படும் அனைவருக்கும் நான் மரியாதை செலுத்துகின்றேன். மஹிந்த ராஜபக்ஷ, இலங்கை ஜனநாயக சோசலிச குடியரசின் பிரதமர்.
Rome, Italy, Mr. Pirijwa Raj, Imam Ahmad Akhtar, Reverend Father Seraphim Kasari, my dear honorary consuls, Sri Lankans who are attending here, braving the COVID and other difficulties, and my fellow Sri Lankans and Turkish, Ukrainian, Georgian friends virtually joining today. Ladies and gentlemen, I extend a warm welcome to all of you joining with us at the embassy so graciously to celebrate 73rd anniversary of independence of Sri Lanka. I am extremely thankful to you, all who are here, to show up with your good spirit. Most of you all have traveled from various cities bravely during this challenging, stressful, traumatic pandemic situation. You all have shown true great allegiance to our motherland and patriotism. You all have shown true great love for our country. Venerable Thero and other religious dignitaries who are here, honoring my invitation to conduct observance and blessings to Sri Lankans and Turks here to prosper our country, I express my wholehearted thanks. We all over this world now presently going through the biggest challenge, trauma and tension. The challenge never ever thought of our generation. The strong will and commitment of our people, the government, leaderships of presidents, blessings of Almighty entire world hopefully will overcome from this difficulty. Especially Sri Lankans with their unflattering spirit will unite and stand strong to defeat the pandemic and soon start day-to-day livelihood activity. I'm confident that strong and well-planned effort of the presidents of this government, Turkey and this government will defeat the pandemic and bring the calmness as well to Turkey. I take this opportunity to express gratitude and convey the appreciation of His Excellency Gotabaya Rajapaksa, President of Sri Lanka, government and the people of Sri Lanka, to His Excellency President Erdogan, government of Turkey and the people of Turkey for giving a medical donation consists of ventilators and some other medical equipment to use fight against pandemic in Sri Lanka. This gesture once again proved truly brotherly friendship between Turkey and Sri Lanka. I express my sincere condolences to families lost their loved ones due to COVID virus in Sri Lanka, Turkey, as well as Ukraine and Georgia. My thoughts and prayers are with them. Also, I wish our brothers and sisters of our two countries, and Ukraine, Georgia, who are in hospitals taking medication, to recover fast and get well fast. Venerable Teru, ladies and gentlemen, this year, Turkey, Sri Lanka reaches the milestone of 75 years of establishment of diplomatic relations. Sri Lanka always admire friendship of Turkey as a true friend. The leadership of His Excellency Gotabaya Rajapaksa through his national policy framework, vistas of prosperity and splendor, leading Sri Lanka to achieve desirable goals to make Sri Lanka a prosperous, peaceful, developed country in the region. And their determination will enhance cooperation in a diverse array of fields and prosper long-standing brotherly relations of the two countries. Similarly, the friendly relations we enjoy with Georgia and Ukraine will bring the prosperity to the peoples of our countries. Venerable Teru, ladies and gentlemen, mission and my staff and the assistance of very efficient young honorary consuls, we reach out as many as Sri Lanka to see their welfare and help Sri Lankans who required assistance due to the pandemic situation. We helped them numerous ways. With the help of Turkish Airlines, we were able to repatriate many Sri Lankans. The officials of foreign officers of Turkey, Georgia, Ukraine, immigration, interior ministries, rectors and deans of universities in all three countries, Turkey, Georgia, Ukraine, we managed to repatriate many standard Sri Lankan and students. Perhaps, we arranged 4 humanitarian flights from Istanbul to Colombo. My sincere gratitude, I should not forget, my sincere gratitude, Mr. Bilal Akshi, CEO of Turkish Airlines and Airlines Senior Vice Presidents, Country Manager in Colombo, help, so many, our requests, and I appreciate their support. Further, I should note that due to challenges we faced last year, we were compelled to abandon or postpone some of our progressive events to position Sri Lanka in all 3 my accreditations. However, with the help of technology, we arranged many meetings, information sharing sessions, B2B matchmaking sessions involving DIKE, Turkey, Sri Lanka Business Council, trade chambers, both in Sri Lanka and Turkey, Ukraine, and also Ukraine. Due to the business community's relentless determination, missions effort, and the government institution of Sri Lanka and Turkey, managed to keep our export to come to Turkey. In fact, in 2020, Turkey positioned top 10 export market of Sri Lanka. I also convey the government of Sri Lanka's gratitude to the government of Ukraine to allow its citizens to visit Sri Lanka and spend the vacation when Sri Lanka opened for tourism. I am extremely grateful the senior management of SkyUp Airlines to consider its charter flight operation to Sri Lanka during this difficult time. Sri Lanka welcomes more foreign visitors in coming months to enjoy the beauty of Sri Lanka. Venerable Teru, ladies and gentlemen, this year, hopefully, we will return to our ambitious and robust initiative to strengthen bilateral relations, perhaps achieve the targets set in trade, investment, tourism, defense, cultural, education, and many other people-to-people contact projects. The mission will continue to extend our support and assistance to our brothers and sisters living in Turkey and Ukraine. Always, we are there to help you. Finally, I conclude my remarks by once again expressing my sincere thanks to my my friend Venerable Thero Siddhartha Thero, who took a lot of pain yesterday coming from Rome. My great gratitude for you. Mr. Raj, who took pain to come from Istanbul today morning. My beloved friend Imam Astas and Reverend Father, thank you very much for your presence here. My staff, to taking my pain. Mr. Bashir Nugur, Mr. Fatih Ujalik, two honorary consuls who helped us to get our supplement, published today in the media newspaper. And Mr. Samiullah Mahmudullah for helping us. You can see today Atakule, our colors, and Mr. Guy Laniodis, ADG Klaus, all other honorary consuls here helping us, and Mr. Aflal to help us today technologically. With your support, we were able to do the virtual session first time. Hopefully to continue this, next year as well. At last, not the least, on the auspicious date, I extend my best wishes to all Sri Lankans present here, living in Ukraine, Georgia, a peaceful, prosperous future. Thank you very much.